I'm Hannah.
I'm Zoe.
And this is Totally Unfiltered. Welcome, everyone. This is... I told you it's going to feel weird.
Get me out of here.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode. It's been a very long time since I've filmed.
It's been a long time.
We're just going to dive in. So, anyone who doesn't know Zoe is one of my closest friends. We have been friends for 13 years. We went to the same school together. Like, we played with each other on the playground.
Didn't we used to play house?
Yeah, we used to play house, and I was always the dog.
I was always the mom. Or you were the dad sometimes.
I was the dad or the dog, and Zoe was always the mom.
You always wanted to be a dog, and it's crazy because now you're such a cat person.
Yeah, now I
you
literally...
were obsessed with dogs.
Yeah, that's so funny. We knew each other all of elementary school, and then we became friends in middle school. Maybe I can insert a photo of us. Here, right?
Don't judge us.
I have a photo in mind that I'm going to put in there. The selfie of us. That it's like my first ever Instagram story with the pizza.
Please don't do that. That's like overall an L.
That's overall. We were friends throughout middle school, and then we became best friends our freshman year of high school.
Schedules were the exact same.
The exact same schedules, which was strange. We thought our relationship was the strongest then, but we were basically inseparable. We slept over
saw each other
every single weekend. Like, we actually spent 7 days a week with each other, like, for months on end. And then that's when COVID happened.
I don't know how we were not sick of each other.
I don't know either.
We had a crisis.
We had an incident happen when we were going into sophomore year of high school. We blocked each other on everything.
Huge fight. Words that were said were crazy.
Like a breakup. Like, drop the clothes off at each other's houses. Like,
no contact.
No contact. I don't want to see you anymore. And that's literally what it was.
We aren't best friends
anymore. We just had like this crazy crisis, like horrible, like this fighting was insane, and it went on for like months. What's funny is that the only way that we connected again, we got added to a group call with so many people from our old school. And it was like 20 people in this call. I was very hesitant to join because like I kind of left on a bad note at my old school. I was talking to Lane, and I was like, I don't know if I should join. And he was like, you know what? Just do it. You can always leave. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then you were in it. You joined the call too.
I don't know how we weren't like having any hatred towards each other. I was like, Hannah?
Yeah, that's for all the beef that we had. Like, I was very surprised. We called each other separately, and we called till like 1 a.m.
It was really deep, though.
It was really deep. And then I think we texted on Snapchat after.
Someone was like, no, it's never gonna happen again. Like, this is just a one-time thing. Like, we're not gonna ever hang out.
I never thought that we'd be friends again. Like guys, like this friendship breakup was so bad that...
But I mean, like, that just proves like anything can be fixed. I mean, people say like when they're like, it's like too much has happened to go back from. Like, really though? Like, that's not true.
It's not true because we had it the worst. Now we're actually closer than we were before the fight.
It taught me more to like stand my ground. Like,
we talked, but I didn't think that we would ever hang out. Thought this was just gonna be like, okay, we're on good terms. We can follow each other. Brought us closer.
Appreciate our friendship more because it could go away like any second.
Yeah, it brought me security with our friendship because I knew, I was like, well, if something happens, I know that you're always gonna come back. So I put a lot of effort in our friendship now. Like, I put probably the most effort in our friendship.
It's more like actually siblings this time. Like, I mean, like, we're still like...
Zoe's my twin. Zoe will just walk into my house now. Just comes in like...
No warning.
No warning. My parents are just like, oh, Zoe's in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't...
I'm in your fridge.
Yeah. Zoe will just come over and make food and leave.
Sandwiches just taste better over here.
Because sandwiches don't taste as good when you're not here. We get to talk about habit in my company. I didn't even realize I was wearing my hoodie. Just like, forget it's mine. Like, I made it. Zoe's design for my company, I wanted to have a cat doodle shirt.
Like a child drew it.
Like a child drew it. And that's like from me living in Laguna, and you know, Laguna Beach is such an artsy town. And I wanted something that was like doodly and like it literally looked like a kid drew it. I texted all my friends. I was like, I want you guys to draw these cats, and I don't know which one I'm gonna pick, but one of them. And Zoe drew this cat in like a minute. and sent it to me, and I looked at it and I was like, that is what's going to be on everything. Like, it has chicken feet. But now I just want to do a few, well, it's kind of interview questions for both of us, and then we're going to get into the funny stories, which we have so
I'm
many.
thinking about one in my head. That's just like...
So this is an interview question for you. What qualities do you value most in your friendships? Since this is an episode about friendship.
Like, I mean, like my loyal friendships. Like, you mean just like, I also like people that have their own life.
Yes.
Like,
that's so big.
I don't want you to be like all over me. Like,
yeah.
You're, like, I'm your whole.
That's so big for both of us because we're both busy all the time.
Yeah, I
can't handle if someone is like, you haven't seen me in a long time, and you like, I can't do that just because I don't do that purposefully. Like, if I don't see someone for a long time, like, I genuinely don't see anyone for a long time, because if I'm busy, people can't take if I don't see them personally.
I don't want that whole thing. Like, I like people who have their own
stuff they have to do,
like plans, like dreams.
Yeah,
like you have your own goals,
ambitions.
Yeah, ambitious. I like ambitious people. I need a funny person. Like, you have to be hilarious. I'm just saying. Like, what do you value in your friendships?
Definitely ambitious people. I need people that want to do things with their life.
Yeah.
That, like, I can't be around people that want to do nothing, because I myself am extremely ambitious. I'm trying to think of the word. Not predictability. I don't feel like I'm walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
Because, like, that freaks me out. If I, like, well, not freaks me out, but if I don't know if someone's going to be in a good mood or not when I talk to them, like, I can't deal with that. Like, you have to be, like, somewhat steady. I'm trying to think. Just wanting the best for yourself and constantly striving for better, I feel like I just like improvement, like, overall improvement.
Like, if you're sad, like, I mean, like, you should be trying to get better. Mm-hmm. Like, you shouldn't just be staying.
You shouldn't be lingering in your sadness. Yeah. So agree with that.
So,
my next one. Have we learned anything new or surprising about each other through our friendship? For you, overall, how strong you can be when I don't think you knew how you could be before?
That's such, like, a good compliment, in my opinion, because it's like, you don't think you're strong until people start, like, I've had so many people tell me that and like, be like, oh my, like, you're actually so strong.
Like, you could get through, like, anything, and I don't think you realized that until after, because I think our friendship, like, when we came back together, I think
I changed a lot as a person when we came back from our friendship. Like, we both changed a lot. Two completely different people. Changed, like, throughout, like you were such a different person, like, than a year ago. Like, a year ago, you were so different. But
it's also the age that we're at too, because I'm 19 and you're 18, and I feel like this is just a very transformative stage in our life, and we're always
like, I don't feel like a teenager really anymore, but I also am.
Me and my brother were talking about this yesterday, just because this is such an odd age, because we're adults. But we're past high school age.
We're in a transitioning.
We're in a transitioning phase. So I feel like I'm always changing, and I feel like I'm a sponge.
It took me like a sponge.
I actually feel like I'm SpongeBob.
It took me like literally like 6 months to figure out what I want to do with, like, my life.
But you did it.
Like, it just took me so long, and I felt like people were judging me, and, like, that's the thing I just had to learn to, like, forget. Like, I don't care if people are judging me. I mean, it took me like 6 months, because, like, I'm not gonna go into just regular college if I don't even know what I'm doing.
It's true, and that is a very smart decision, because a lot of people go in blind. Yeah, I definitely.
And it's easier to learn when you know that you need it, and it's not just like high school where it's like,
it's so
where high school's like, I'm just here because I'm forced to be here.
Like, and then once you're learning about things that you actually like, then everything,
and actually interesting things,
it's so much nicer.
I don't know, you just shocked me a lot when we came back from being friends. Like, I don't know, something I learned about you is you're just very ambitious, and you kind of didn't know what you were. I mean, who really knows what they're doing, like, sophomore year of high school? Nobody. But, like, I mean,
from what I was, a quality you admire about each other.
I think you're very loyal. You're a very loyal person. Like, you'll stick with all your friends.
Yeah. Anyone who knows me, I keep my friend circle very, very small. And I do that just...
But I don't feel like you always used to be like that. I
No.
feel like you used to be just like, wrong me and I'll literally drop you. Like, that's how you used to be. Like, and then randomly you just changed one day.
Yeah, because I used to be, like, if someone did something wrong once, it was, like, done. Like, I just wouldn't deal with it. And now I feel like I kind of work through problems instead of doing that. But if someone did something bad to me, like, I would.
Yeah, like, you're gone.
Like, you are gone. But otherwise,
still.
I'm very loyal. You get in my inner circle, which is very few. You're going to be in my inner circle for a very long time. Because I like keeping the same people around. But I just don't like having a lot of friends.
Well, it's harder to hang out with a lot of friends.
Yeah, I don't like the expectation that comes with it. So that's why I like having my small group of people. It's easy to kind of maintain for me. One thing that I admire about you put in a lot of effort to keep a friendship healthy, and we just work well together with that. And not a lot of people have the effort to do that. So I definitely admire your effort.
That really says a lot about a person. Like, if you're willing to put, like, I'd say you put effort into your friendships too, because if you're not willing to put an effort, like, what's the point? Honestly, like, if you're gonna ghost me randomly.
Yeah, if you're gonna ghost me, like, I don't understand. The last interview question: which one of our inside jokes are your favorite? We have years.
Actually, so many. Okay, I think I got one. I think Rebecca and Deborah are our funniest inside jokes ever.
Rebecca and Deborah, that was the funniest night.
I don't even think I was supposed to be here. Like, I think
no,
that was
you
such
weren't.
a random hangout, like, that I don't even know how that happened. But they're definitely our funniest inside joke.
Yeah. So Rebecca and Deborah, you guys will not be seeing them. You will not be seeing Rebecca and Deborah, but Rebecca and Deborah are our alter egos. So if we get a really bad photo of ourselves,
that doesn't look like us whatsoever.
Rebecca's full name is Rebecca Kelp, and then you are Deborah Longbottom.
Yeah.
But Rebecca and Deborah, like, they have, like, stories. They have
storyline, which are really not gonna be shared.
They're very questionable, and we talk about them like they're not us, but they're us.
Like, that's so Rebecca.
Like, that's so Rebecca. Like, if we say anything, it's like, oh, Rebecca just came out. That's Rebecca. There are screensavers, but we will not be showing them because Rebecca is definitely worse than Deborah. Rebecca is like her own. Yeah. Rebecca looks a lot like Poot. So I could put a photo of Poot.
That could be our thumbnail.
So our first story, you're the victim in this story.
I was walking with a friend, and we were walking down the stairs, and it's the first step, and I just she somehow like falls, and she just like grabs my hand and drags me down with her, and I roll down eight stairs. Like, and everybody is watching me. It's like the end of school. Everybody's being let out of class. I'm on my way to cheer, and literally I roll down. Like, I think I actually blacked out because 1 second I'm going. 1 second I'm going like this, and 1 second I'm like, where am I?
You're on the ground.
I was like, what the hell just happened to me? And I look up, and everybody's faces are like, what the hell? And then teachers are like running out of their classrooms because they heard the loudest noise ever, and they're like, is everybody okay?
Is everybody okay?
And I'm on the ground.
My point of view, I'm walking down the stairs. I'm right behind Zoe when this happens. And also, your boyfriend at the time.
Oh, God,
your 8th grade boyfriend
really just,
at the time.
Sat there jaw dropped. He didn't really help me either.
Was right next to me. Well, we weren't walking together, but he happened to be next to me. I see Zoe fall down all the stairs, right?
Both of you just watched me.
We watched you and walked away. And I have no clue why I did that to this day. Like, I was literally friends with you. We did cheer together. We were going to cheer practice at the exact same time.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I must have just been having a bad day, but like, that's, and now Zoe will always say to me,
you're associating yourself with a girl who fell down the stairs. Because, like, seriously though, like,
it still haunts you to this day.
Yeah. Like, I don't know why it haunts me so bad. Like, I'll be like, why did that happen to me?
I think falling down the stairs is probably one of the most humbling things. But it's not even
me who fell down. Like,
it was the girl, and she dragged you with her.
Yeah, she was like, because like, hold my hand, ready, like this. She went like this, and she goes, and like dragged me.
Because I saw it happen, and I can't believe I didn't say this. Zoe's nickname is Muffin.
Yeah.
I call you Muffin.
I don't know where that started from.
And it started like 4 years ago, and I call you Muffin all the time. My mom calls her Muffin. My dad calls her Muffin. I got all my friends to start calling her Muffin.
Your dad has a new nickname for me.
It's Zoski. Zoski was the last time. Zoski was the last one. Tone. But yeah, I call Zoe Muffin, and like that, I don't know how I didn't say that. Like, well, I also have another nickname for you, and I'm not sure if I'm going to put this in here, but I also call you Mr. Penguin. And I am not going to elaborate where Mr. Penguin is from, but me...
Yeah, I forgot.
It's like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it was like the guy, like...
Say that to everybody. Yeah. And that's where you go.
Ever since me and Sarah saw that video 2 years ago, we have been all calling each other. So me, Sarah, and Zoe all call each other Mr. Penguin. I'll literally text you. I'm like, Mr. Penguin. And you're like, yes.
I'll just answer to anything at that point.
Mr. Penguin is on the
when
recording.
we were both staring at the ceiling for 3 hours.
It's
exactly.
A little darker
in here. But
it's a little darker in here. We had a slight... interruption, but we're fine now, so it's just like a little darker, but don't worry, we're going into the hours of the night, which makes everything more fun. We were 14. We were laying in my bed. I don't remember what time it was. But we both disassociated for 3 hours.
Like maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, it felt like 10 minutes, and I don't know what we were doing. I think we said, like, let's just, like, chill for, like, a little bit. But we weren't looking at our phones. I remember we both got up kind of, like, around the same time. And we looked at the clock, and we realized it was 3 hours. But we didn't sleep. We didn't do anything. And it was 3 hours later, and we still talk about it all the time. Because it was so weird. Basically, that's, like, a simple one. What's the next one?
Yo-yo guy.
Okay. I know we are not the only people.
I don't know if it's just like a Christian school thing or if it's like a private school. I don't know, because that was so weird.
Why?
Like, he used to just come in, like, it wasn't even about like Christ or anything.
No, we just had a random ass yo-yo guy at our school.
Like, and they were like $30 yo-yos, first of all.
And we all wanted them. We all wanted these stupid fucking yo-yos.
But like, we don't know how to use the yo-yos.
But he would do those tricks. And like, they're hard, because I remember I bought one of those yo-yos and I was like, why can't I do the tricks?
It took me like years to learn how to actually like reel a yo-yo.
Yeah. But I don't know if that was like only our school thing, but like, I was just so strange.
We weren't even friends.
We weren't even friends. Well,
it was like 6th grade.
It was 6th grade. We used to have these name picks. And these name picks, we had to go into the bathroom with in a pair, because our classroom was like basically outside. It was like we had to go outside to get to our classroom or to the bathroom, and you know, all of that. So she had this name pick, and then whoever, you know, had to go to the bathroom, she would pick like, okay, you're going with this person.
Me.
Or was it you? Probably
because of the story.
Yeah. Oh, Hannah's going to the bathroom with you. And then I just remember being kind of excited. I didn't even like really talk to you. We were in completely different friend groups. I always hung out. I said this in the last podcast. I always hung out with the boys. I always hung out with the tomboy girls. I was never girly at all. And you were way more girly than I was. So you were with the girlier people.
Yeah, and then I just like actually peed. You went to the bathroom and I was still peeing.
Yeah, so we walk into the bathroom. We both start peeing. I finish peeing, get out of the bathroom, wash my hands. All of that happens. Zoe is still peeing. And like after all of that, like,
and you start laughing.
And I start laughing because it's like this girl, like, I don't even know how that's physically possible. And then at the end, you just say, see, I really had to go.
See, I really had to go.
It's just like we didn't talk to each other.
And it was so random because that was like, I think like I wasn't weird. Like I would never have said that to like anybody else.
No,
like, it was just to you.
We brought the weird. I said the same thing to you in like 8th grade. You remember, like,
Yeah.
dance, like, we always laughed, and it's
I
like,
mean, but like it was like we brought out the weird side of each other, and it made
and
us
it
funny.
started young. It started young, and then
The next one that ties into the story. It's how we were always in the stupid classes
We were-
together. Okay, they marked them like A, B, or C. A, the stupid.
A was the stupid class. C was, you wanted to be in C. C was the smart kids. They separated them by their grade level because we went to a small school, so we only had 50 kids in our grade.
Yeah.
And
They said they separated by tracks, but
we know because there's no way that all the stupid kids ended up all in the same class. There's no way. And we both academically were very average. I would say I was below average. I was horrible at school. I think I'm intelligent in many other ways, just not when it comes to school.
Okay, I'm street smart. I have common sense.
I was put in the stupid classes, and it was our entire
obvious, though.
lives, like our entire
That's probably why we
schooling.
became friends, because we were in the stupid classes.
We were
together.
always in the stupid classes, and we were never in honors, and that's just how that was.
So basically, it's like a funny. I feel like it's only funny though because Lane was in like the best class. Like he was in this
So
like the
funny.
smart class, and then randomly he's just like in our class.
He got downgraded
and
to our
that
class.
was like so humbling to be like in like the very smart class to be in the down in the stupid class.
Yeah,
But
we all knew we were stupid, so
there's
we
a
all
quote.
like.
It says like we were friends because we all knew what it was like to be stupid. Because actually though, like we all were friends in that class. Like
We were all like a little team because
I
we
can't
all
put this in
knew.
here, but I was tutored with Mr. West.
Listen, actually, I might bleep this out. Is that he got caught for having porn on his computer in 6th grade, a school computer.
6th grade?
Yeah, that's what
He's
I
literally-
said. He lacked common sense for a long time.
He still is. Anyway. Whip and Nene pep rally.
No, oh my god, I can't do this today.
This flash mob.
No, it was like a mosh pit. It was literally a mosh pit for
No, like,
elementary students. Actually, we're concerned because we didn't know if we participated in this mosh.
What's funny is my mom recorded it.
Yeah, you could see Zoe's mom in the background recording it. And so we have multiple angles of the video.
When Zoe called my dad instead of me. No, because there's a story.
this today.
You had your dad's phone because your phone broke.
My phone broke. My home screen wouldn't work. Like, if I touched my phone, it wouldn't work. My dad would literally leave his phone with
But
me.
you forgot to mention that you got your phone fixed. I called that number and your dad's like looking at me through the phone like, and I literally went like this. I said, he was like, hello. And I was like, I just like hung up. I was like, no. And then I didn't tell you for like months because it was so bad.
It's so funny because you're so embarrassed about it. I don't think it's that bad.
But the fact that I never
So
said
funny.
anything to him was making
And then when you told me, I was like, how did you not tell me this? Like,
because I was so embarrassed. Like it was actually so embarrassing.
I just like can imagine it. It just,
no, because like he
It's
was
so
looking at me
bad.
on the phone like this, hello, and I was like,
oh no. I wonder if he remembers that. Like,
I don't think
we're
he
gonna
would.
go.
It's me,
Fiona. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Sorry.
Do you have Calvin Klein underwear on?
Do you have Calvin Klein underwear on?
It's so.
Oh,
bad.
she has freckles.
Thanks for Calvin for looking out for the drawers.
On that commercial, and it lives in my head rent free every single day. Like that commercial plays. I can't believe that they aired that, and that was like way before we were born. Me and Zoe.
Sorry. You need a blooper reel.
9th grade Spanish class we were horrible students just because we interrupted like every
But they
minute.
we like you.
I don't know if like I should admit, but how me, you, and Jaden still follows us. So this is like to sit all in a line, and we used to have to grade each other's papers. And
We'd fix each other's work for each other.
Miss Apodaca, I'm so sorry if you're watching this, but me, Zoe, and Jaden would switch our papers and we'd fix each other's work when we graded it, so that way we'd get at least an 80.
That's actually, I forgot we did that.
Miss Apodaca, I'm so sorry. But now that I'm out of high school, I can admit, and I passed high school, but
I can't.
vocab spelling, whatever you want to call it, of like 10 words. And they were like complicated words. So my mom is helping me with memorizing them. But one of the words was lacerate, which means to rip in half. And out of all the words, I remember it to this day, because when I said like, oh, I need to memorize lacerate, my mom said, remember when I gave birth to Ryan, my vagina lacerated in half. Wrote down the definition for this word, and we both obviously were in the same class. We had to memorize the same words, and our English was right after Spanish, so we were going over the words. It must have been the test day or something. It was a block day. I remember it was a Thursday, very specifically. And Zoe just starts laughing. Zoe just starts laughing hysterically next to me, and I'm like, Zoe, like, what are you laughing at? Like, what are you laughing at? And she's just laughing, like almost falling out of her chair, like not saying anything. And like the teacher's looking at us, and I'm like, I didn't do anything. I'm like, Zoe, like, what are you laughing at? And then she just screams, my vagina ripped in half. She just goes, break. And then run out of the classroom. We hit the lockers on the other wall, fall down on the lockers from laughing so hard. Like, I'm so surprised we didn't pee our pants. Like,
I don't know. Because okay, I'm shocked none of us peed our pants in school, because
no, I don't know
I'd be the person,
either.
I'd be the type.
Like, I still remember the word lacerate. I cannot tell you a single other word that was on that vocab test. Or I only remember lacerate. And when I took that test, let me tell you, I knew I was getting 100 on that question. I may not.
Sorry, the coffee I drank was really bad. Explain your mom's chest hair just for fun.
Yes.
It's like a notes app of all of our funny sayings, and they're not. We cannot repeat them.
We can't repeat all of them. Catcalled. I was going to a doctor's appointment, and I got catcalled by listening to Put Me in a Movie by Lana Del Rey. Like, these guys to the right of me were just hooting and hollering, and I just
that happened to me
in my car, and I was like, this is the most feminine thing that's ever happened in my life.
I got catcalled with my mom.
That's
though.
crazy.
But
Talk about our California trip. How it was the most transformative experience of our entire.
That was really fun.
Like,
it was really last minute. Like, we planned it like maybe 2 days before we left.
It started with an intrusive thought that I had, and we were going to go see each other anyways. And I was driving, and while I was driving, I was just thinking, I was like, wow, if I want to, I really could drive to California anytime I want. And I said it to you as a joke, and you're like, why don't we do it? I booked the hotel room the next day, and we drove.
Yeah.
The day after.
But it's so much more fun being with your friends than driving, because you're like,
oh my God, it was so
because like you
fun.
have such funny conversations. Like,
went out and we saw
like Miriam.
We saw Miriam and Amy. Anybody, please take a California trip.
Preferably with your best friend.
We got destroyed by waves, and we had bruises all over ourselves because we got slammed by waves so hard.
Okay, like there was like not 1 second where it was like, I want to leave. Like, all our plans were so last minute. Like,
we went to a trampoline park.
Yeah, Miriam
at like
goes,
9
do you want to go to Sky Zone? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Video of me falling. I was like, I went to the beach.
Yeah, we went
at night, sat on like the picnic.
Oh my God. We need to swim at night. I've never done that before.
Because I'm scared of sharks. But like, honestly, if I'm with you, I'll like suck it up.
Yeah, I think I'll suck it up. And like, if we get eaten by sharks, then it's like...
We die together.
We die together. So I have to talk about my funeral plan. I always told Zoe, I was like, if I ever die young, please, like, I want Zoe to go on the stage, give a really like
heartfelt
badass speech about me, and then at the end she raises her arms up and it's like,
really was
the biggest bird, and then have an exotic bird come through and fly through the wherever the venue is, and then just leave everyone completely confused and baffled. And then I want that to be the very last thing, so people leave confused and they're like, that is the weirdest celebration of life or funeral.
It takes your body and flies away.
Yeah, but it has to be like an insanely exotic bird. Oh yay. So I always say, like, if I ever die, like, please,
a bald eagle.
Yeah, like a bald eagle, or like,
I think what it does.
Oh, well, now we know.
Anyway.
It just needs to be a really, really interesting funeral.
I mean, we could talk more about California. I mean, we drove and then immediately went to the beach. Like, immediately.
Yeah.
We just kind of like sat. Oh, we ate.
We ate like a sandwich
at like
an oatmeal.
Was it Jan's?
Jan's.
Yeah, Jan's.
And back to the beach, but
we kind of just laid there.
We just
to our hotel.
And then we took the best shower of our entire life. And we went to Shake Shack to go see Miriam.
Seriously though, like our best like.
And then we walked on Crystal Cove at night, and it was so pretty. Chloe's maps were taking her on all the toll roads.
Oh my God.
Like almost like crying. I can't do this anymore. Like,
I called my mom. I'm like, Mom,
I'm scared. Like,
he's taking me on the toll roads. I'm gonna get fined.
this has nothing to do with anything we're talking about, but it just reminded me that me and Zoe just went to Target like last weekend, and the area that we were driving in, it goes from 45 and it goes to 35 for like a second, and then it goes to 45 again. And most people just drive 45 on that road.
Yeah.
Zoe's going faster than me.
No,
Yeah,
I totally
You
was.
were in front of me, and we stop at the stoplight. Behind me, I see a police officer on a motorcycle.
Oh, the motorcycle? I didn't know that.
It was. Do you not know it was a motorcycle?
No,
it was a
those are the ones
motorcycle.
that will pull you over more. Like they will pull you over.
Though it was a guy,
Other cops are just like not as.
and like my mom tells me every single time, Hannah, don't get pulled over. Like it's gonna, like it'll raise her insurance. Like do not get pulled over. So I see this police officer behind me, and usually I'm like chill. I see him writing something down, and I think he's writing my plates or looking at something, and I was almost crying at this point. I was about to projectile vomit, have diarrhea, and cry all at the same time. And while this is happening, Zoe sends me a meme that says, "Are you ovulating?" And it's an animal looking directly in the camera. And like, I didn't see this till after. And like, I'm driving, and this police officer is close to me. His light is like bright. His like, he didn't have like flashing lights, but like his front light was bright. And I was like, fuck, it's happening. And then he ends up turning left. So we ended up driving to my house, and I was like, there's like no way that just happened. And I look at my phone, and I just see, "Are you ovulating?" For you to do that when there was a police officer behind me, I was behind
I was
you.
speeding so fast. I'm surprised
You
didn't
were,
touch me.
oh my God, but it literally looked like he was writing my plate down. Like I was terrified. Now, got it. Okay.
Okay. That was actually really funny. Seriously.
We're gonna get food, my brother. This has been so much fun. There's so many more episodes to come.
Yeah, I will be back again.
Yeah, it's been great. Thank you for
Can I wear
coming.
your Uggs to dinner?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, thanks.
But yeah, thank you for coming on and being available. Yeah. Yeah. So, peace out, everyone. Send love. Be nice to everyone in the world, and we'll see you
kindness.
soon. Be kind to everyone, because kindness will come back to you. Goodbye, everyone.